Let's now look at what it means to increase something, increase a certain quantity by a certain amount, by a certain percentage, or by a certain fraction. Let's think about increasing it by a certain fraction of the original. So here's this. I had this much. I want to increase it by half. What do? I take half of the chocolate, which means break it into two halves, and take one of those and increase it by one of those halves. There it is. And that's what I'll get in the end. This is what I had plus half more of this. So it's as simple as that. So it's increased by half. That's what that means. Another example. You had this much. You want to increase it by 2/5? Well, just break it into 5 equal parts or fifths. Take 2 of those fifths and then add the 2/5 right at the end. And that's what you have now. That's what it means to increase it by 2/5 of itself. So it's the same idea for decrease, like you've got this much. You want to decrease this by a quarter? Quarter of what? Of itself, obviously. So quarter of itself, well, take 4 parts, and then that's 1/4. They're all quarters, so just reduce it by this quarter, decrease it by this much. So out it goes, and that's what you get in the end. Another example. You've got this much. You want to decrease this by 3/8. Break this into 8 equal parts first. 3/8 of this original itself. And then take 3 of these, that's from here to here, and decrease it by this much. And there, that's what you're left with. So that's the idea. So let's take this, the original amount. We got 6 green apples here. And you want to increase it by 2/3? Well, take 2/3 of these apples. Break them into 3 equal parts. So 2/3 of 6. Take 2 of those parts. That's 2 and 2 and 2, 4. That's how we did here, 2/3 of 6. So you increase it by 4. That's what it means. So you put 4 apples right at the end and bring in the original 6, add it to the 2, and altogether you get 4 and 6. That's 10 apples altogether. You get the idea. So if you want to work it through the original amount, that was 15, and you want to increase it by 2/3, means 2/3 of 15, obviously. So you take 2/3 of the original amount, that will come to 10. So it means you're going to increase it by 10. So the actual increase is 10. So the original amount was 15. Actual increase of this amount is 10. Add the 2, and voila, you get 25. There you go. Very simple concept. Try another one. The original amount is 60. You want to increase it by 4/5 of what? Of itself. Right. So work it out. Take a pen and paper and work it out. Yes, 4/5 of 60 is what? Everybody got 48? 48. So what do you do now? It means you now know how much to increase it by. You increase it by 48. That's your actual increase. Now you take the original, which was 60, add it to 48, and your final answer, the increased or new amount, is 108. Okay, another example. Try doing this one. The original amount was 96. You want to increase it by 7/8, or 7/8 of itself. So what will it be? How much will you add to 96 to produce the new amount? What's the answer? 84. Very good. It is 84. So the actual increase is how much? How much do you actually increase it by? 84. That's right. So the original amount was 96. So what's your final answer? What will be the new amount be? That's right. 180. Excellent. So you have a pretty good idea what that means. So if you want to increase 88 by 7/11, you want to do a quick short method. Well, just take 7/11 of 88. What's that? 88 increased by 7/11 of 88, which is what? 8 times 7. And that gives us 56. And so we add 88 to 56, which is the increase, and we get 144. And that's the answer. Simple. So let's practice some more, like this one. Here's what do you do if you want to increase 8 oranges 1¼ times, not just quarter times, but 1¼ times. All that means is that if you have 8 oranges, first you repeat it 1 time. Repeat this original 1 time, which means bring it there. The same amount, repeat it one time. That's 1. Then you add in another quarter times because you got to increase it 1¼ times. So you increase it 1 time, then you take quarter of this. Quarter of that would be obviously 2. So add that at the end, and there you go. That's your total amount. All of this. This is your new amount. You increased 8 1¼ times. How much does it come to? If you do it through math, if you increase 8 orange by 1¼ times, 1¼ times is how much? 1¼ times of 8, well, multiplied by 8. 1 times 8 is 8. That's this bit here. You increased it by 8. And then quarter times 8 is 2. So you increased it by another 2 here. And the total comes to 10. That means you increased it by 10. That's what it means. More of all this in the next piece, but so far you have a pretty good understanding of what it means to increase a certain amount or quantity by a certain fractional amount of itself. So stay there, don't go away. I'll catch you soon next time. Bye-bye.